All right, welcome back, everybody. Tony, No Guts, No Gluten. Today we're going to be trying some Mom's Place one skillet lasagna, and it's real quick and easy. Just going to follow the recipe on the back, and we'll give it a try. I've been wanting to try this for a while, so it'll be a product review also. And let's get started. We're going to need 1 pound of ground beef, 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of shredded cheese, and 1 can of mushrooms. Optional. I don't have any mushrooms, so I'm not going to put them in, but if I did, I would. So, all right, let's get started. The first thing is brown the ground beef. So I got that, and it's drained. So now we're just going to add everything. All right, let's get to it. All right, you put the flame back underneath, and then add noodles, seasoning, tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, milk, and water. So got that in there. That's the noodles and seasoning. Let's go with 1 cup of milk. 1 cup of water. Give that a quick stir. And if you wanted to do this in a saucepan, you could, instead of a skillet, but since it said skillet lasagna, all right. Go with the tomato sauce. And now for the diced tomatoes. Okay. Give that another stir. So far, 1 pound of ground meat, browned and drained, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of milk, 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, and then the noodle seasoning packet. All right. We'll bring that up to a boil. And we'll go from there. Once that comes up to a boil, I'll bring you back. All right, that come up to a boil. Now it says reduce heat to medium to low and cover pan, stirring frequently. Simmer 11 to 13 minutes. So we're gonna go down to medium to low, and I'll put a cover on it, and I'll bring it back in 11 minutes. All right, we're about 5 minutes into the simmering process. Smells really good. All right, cover it back up and let it go a couple more minutes and stir it again. All right, we're a few more minutes into it. We got about, 3 minutes left. And then we'll give her a try to see how we like the pasta, how doneness it is. And then after that, I think if we need to go longer, I'll leave the lid off. This to make sure it's not as soupy. So 2.5 more minutes left, and then we'll see how the pasta is. All right, we're at the 11-minute mark. That's the shortest time. It's at 11 to 13 minutes. Let's try a noodle here. See if it's where we want it. Looks like it. Can't get it on. All right. Yep, that is good. That's where we want it. So shut the heat off, and we're going to add the cheese. And it says 1 cup, but I went ahead and shredded an 8-ounce brick of mozzarella. So you just go ahead and add, it says a cup, but you can add as much cheese as you want. So I'm going to leave about, a quarter of a cup. And I'll just stir this in, and probably going to add it all, because there's nothing like a nice ooey gooey cheesy lasagna. And I'm going to call this like an unstuffed version. And if I would have thought about it, I would have mixed up some ricotta cheese, and then you could have put it like a little dollop in. Yeah, I'm going to add it all. Add a little dollop of ricotta cheese in when you're eating it. And then that would be a real lasagna. All right. Let that finish melting in. And then I'm going to go reposition the camera so we can have a taste of this. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Let's get you a look at that there. It's kind of a little bit more soupier. So maybe, 3/4 of a cup of milk and water. Or take the lid off sooner, let some of that steam out. But you have to cook the noodles. So, all right, let's give it a try. And put some Parmesan cheese, Reggiano, in there. And then once we get that mixed up, it smells very Italian-y. Tastes like lasagna. Yeah, definitely. Good, quick, one skillet meal. If you're hankering lasagna but don't want to go through the whole process of it, this is a good win. All right, that was Mom's Place. One skillet lasagna. That's definitely a win. If you're looking for something quick and easy, family night dinner, whatever, I'd definitely give that a try. All right, Tony, no guts, no gluten. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you tried another, Mom's Place pre-packaged meal, and you want me to try something. Leave me a comment. That's why I wanted to say comment, and I'll give it a try. And next video is going to be gluten-free Cheez-Its. I'm going to be making gluten-free Cheez-Its. I'm not waiting until next year till they come out. I'm going to make gluten-free Cheez-Its. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And guess what? In February, myself and my wife are going to be going on a gluten-free cruise put on by the Celiac Foundation. So you want to like and subscribe for that. We'll be sailing in February, and I'm going to bring you that as it happens, hopefully. I'm not sure all the details yet, but I will be vlogging about it. So never vlogged before. Oh, gonna give it a try. All right, like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Gluten-free Cheez-Its. Till then.